Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Hopcast. Today we have a special beer review for you, and that is of V.S.O.J. Now, I was just going to drink this, but I thought this is such a special occasion, this beer, that I really have to do some sort of a video on it. So, this is like the pride and joy of Revolution Brewing Company. It's a barley wine aged in bourbon barrels. For 2 years, extended barrel aging, it says on the side. Very special old jacket. So it's a play on their straight jacket beer that they do a yearly release of. And this is a very special version of it. It says on the side, a celebration of malt, oak, and patience. Very special old, and it says straight in parentheses. Jacket is a cuvée of English barley wines, each aged between 2 and 3 years in our favorite bourbon barrels. Lusciously sweet and colossally complex, V.S.O.J. is equal parts refinement and excess. Enjoy life now or store cold. I'm really excited. I've been trying to get my hands on a can of this for I don't even know how long. It's 13.8% alcohol by volume, and let's just say I'm ready to get into it. This is Revolution Brewing. They're kind of a very hot and cold brewery for me. Some of their like anti-hero IPAs around here are not stuff that I would buy all the time. They're nice sessionable beers, but when they come out with their Deepwood series, most of their offerings for the Deepwood series that they come out with every year are extremely good. I'm trying to think of some other examples I've had this past year. In the 2019 releases, they had a 10-year beer. They had a cuvée de grace, which was a phenomenal beer. They had V.S.O.J, which is very special old rye, but very special old jacket. Barley wines that are like this hyped up are kind of hard to come by, but this is one of them that, I mean, some people are paying like $50 a can for this, but lucky for me, they were doing a promotion. A little funny story behind this one before I get into the actual beer review. You can skip ahead if you want to, but I had posted something about, hey, I'm trying to get my hands on one of these. Does anyone know anything? And somebody was kind enough to remind me or tell me, I didn't know that this was even happening, that Revolution Brewing was doing a very special kind of chef's choice, if you will, beer sampler. And they were doing like 24 cans of their choice, and then a 4-pack of the oat IPA that they just did for Women's Appreciation for that month. And then they were including a can of V.S.O.J. all for like $75. So it was really, really good deal. And I thought it was being shipped. And turns out that was not the case. So I contacted him in email. I'm like, hey, what can I do? Is there anything I can do to get my hands on it? So make a long story short, I have it now. And from what I'm told, I don't know if they were just pulling my leg, this is the very last can of V.S.O.J. at that location of the brewery, because I was the last person to get mine. So very special shout out to the guys at Revolution for hooking me up and holding on to my stuff for me until I was able to get it. So yeah, just a little bit of a backstory behind this beer, but I am pumped to try this. Let's go ahead and crack right in. Ooh, made me sad. Oh, I smelled that coming out of the can. I have a feeling that this is going to blow my pants off. All right, let's give it a little bit of a pour here. Just gonna pour a little bit. Look how dark that is. Now, from what I remember, Straight Jacket is more of a lighter barley wine. Let's give that a spin. Oh, good night. Whoa, that explodes. The bourbon flavors. Oh, that is a blended beer for sure. If you've ever had a cuvée beer or a blended beer, it just, the smell and the taste are unlike anything. It's indescribable unless you've had it before. It's just bourbon over bourbon, but so many different kinds, so many different flavors and aromas to kind of pick out at once. It's kind of hard to describe. Yeah, definitely lots of bourbon and oak notes. Smells like it's kind of heavy in the gravity section, but you know, we'll see. I'm sure it is. Oh man, let me give that another swirl. See what that really smells like. Yeah, just an explosion of bourbon on the nose. Oh man, that's excellent. Excellent smell. Caramely, um, dates and dark fruits, brown sugary kind of smell. Vanilla mixing in with the bourbon and the oak. Excellent nose on this beer. Wow. Kind of what I was expecting from one of my whales that I've been trying to chase down. This is actually a beer I left off of my bucket list beers, and I forgot to put it on there, but it's one that I've been wanting to try since it came out. This was canned on 10/10/2018. So almost on my birthday. Yeah, the smell. It smells like Straight Jacket, only cuvée essentially, and aged way longer. You can tell this has been aged for quite a bit. Basically no head on this beer at all. Kind of oily remains, but that's pretty much it. There's no remains on this at all. Let's dive in and taste. Oh, that is a special beer. Wow. Just caramely, sweet vanilla, bourbon, brown sugar. Oh. You get the warming sensation at the end just from the booziness of the beer. But man, this is a really special. This is a really special. Probably, I don't know. This might be the best barley wine I've ever had, and it's not even close, to be honest with you. This is next level. Let's take another sip. Mm. Oh, I wish I had more of this. This is a really special, it's a very special beer. As it says on the can. Oh, good night. It says lusciously sweet. I can't really think of words to describe it better than that. It is literally, it just sticks syrupy sweet on the lips, but not too sweet. It blends very well with the bourbon. I was really surprised by the color on this. Sorry, my glass is kind of murky. I was trying to wipe something on the inside, but I'm really surprised by the color on this. Maybe that's the extended barrel aging. Maybe the oak from the barrels changed at colors over time. Man, the smell. Absolutely incredible beer. Really happy to get my hands on this. I can understand why people would pay the price that they pay for this, as my dog is walking around. Yeah, delicious, delectable, super smooth. The mouthfeel is it's very smooth. The sweetness kind of mistakes it. It's a thinner body, but the sweetness makes it feel like it's a thicker, syrupier beer. Wow, very special. My verdict, I'm telling you what, this is a once in a lifetime kind of beer. Stuff like this doesn't come around too often. And Revolution, you guys absolutely killed it in this beer. I would give this, let me taste it again, just to be sure. I'm giving it a 5. It's that good, guys. Best barley wine I've ever had, hands down. Man, I really wish I had another can of this. If you guys know of anyone that has any, let me know. Hit me up. It's warmed up, delicious beer. If you guys get a chance to get your hands on this at any point, even if it's in a trade, what have you, pull the trigger. This is worthwhile, and I'm glad that I finally had the chance to taste this. And I'm in the Chicago area, so to not having even tried this until now, it's pretty special. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me today on this episode of the Hopcast. I hope you enjoyed this beer review, and let me know if you had this. I'd like to hear your comments below. But until next time, guys, I will see you later.